What's up, everybody? This is Dalton back with another video. I know it's been a while. My MBA and my day job are killing me, but I wanted to give you guys some cool content because this is a video that I've been creating. A lot of people have been asking me. So let's talk about how to start getting customers to your business organically so that you can start making sales. So you've already got your business established. You know what you're going to charge. You know who you're going to target. Now, how do we start getting the ball rolling? That's what this video is. And welcome to Sales Genius, the channel where I do sales philosophy and reaction videos and training videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're a returning fan, thank you so much for being here, and make sure you hit the like button and tell me in the comments below what you think about this new plan. So let's dive into the video. All right, here we go. So the first part, there's three main parts to starting and growing your business. So getting new customers to your business organically. Okay. The main one that we always talk about is cold outreach, right? That's cold emailing, cold calling, social selling, things like that. But there's two that I think you should do before that. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. By the way, if you want this PDF version of this worksheet, just comment down below that you want it and I'll send it to you. And we'll figure out how to get that all working. So this is part of my group mastermind, but I'm going to give this video to you for free. So the first thing that we need to do is create our power base. And this is how we're going to network and tell people that we're going to do it. And I have a special script that I've used for a really long time that helps me get customers. Like whenever I go to a new job, a new selling job where I have to reach out to people that I know. And because of my podcast, The Thinking Project, I inevitably have a lot of people who own businesses. So when I go to a new sales job and I'm managing a team or I'm actually selling, I have a really good network of people that I can tap into. Now, everybody might not have that. You might not have that, but I'm going to show you what to do to get that. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is do our power base. Okay. And our power base starts with 100 people that we know. Okay, we are going to gather everything from them, everything that we know about them. So we're going to make a list of 100. And by the way, I highly, highly suggest that you get 100 people on this, or as close as you can, 80, 90, as close as you can. Everybody knows this many people in the world of social media nowadays. Go through your Facebook friends, go through your Twitter, go through your TikTok, LinkedIn, everybody that you know, okay? And we're going to start actually networking and reaching out to the people that we know first, because it's easier to reach out to the people that we know. It can get us warmed up, and the ultimate goal of this is referrals. So let's break this down. So we got 100 people written down. We want their name, phone number, social media, email, everything that we know how to like contact them. So if you don't have their email or their phone number, but you know that they'll get back to you on LinkedIn or a DM, write down what platforms you're going to use to do that. Then we're going to sort the list. So sorting the list starts with people who would be good candidates. So we're going to kind of judge this list, right? So if you're selling a software, if you're selling maybe a B2B service, start with people, sort your list by people who have businesses. And then just work it down from there. Now, don't leave anybody off this list. If you're in B2B sales, reach out to all of your consumer friends, because you never know who someone knows. And the point of your power base isn't to reach out to people who you think will buy your product. It's actually much more subtle than that and much more powerful than that. But we are going to start with the list of people who would be good candidates for our product or service. Then we're going to reach out to them, and I call it the household update call. So the script for that, and by the way, I haven't made a video on this, but scripts and guides are really important. Some people hate them. Some people love them. I'll tell you why you should love them. Because it's like, and I've said this before, maybe not on YouTube, but it's like your favorite actor, right? It's your favorite actor, and the actor, you know, the best actor, the actors who win Oscars and the actors who don't, right? Now, this is a blanket statement, but it covers my point very clearly in that the actors who do really good at their job and the ones who don't just memorize a script, they make it their own. Okay? And that's what I want you to do with this. This is a guide. This is a script that I want you to make your own. I want you to improvise when you need to improvise, but I want you to hit all the main points and feel comfortable, because the number one reason that salespeople don't follow up or start making calls or don't succeed is because they don't know what to say. That's probably the number one reason, right? If you knew what to say, you wouldn't be so scared. If you knew what the other person was going to say and how you were going to respond, you wouldn't be so scared. So I'm going to give you confidence with this script. Okay. So the main part is so if I was selling this, right, I would say something like, "Hey John, this is Dalton, long time no see. As I'm sure you know, I started a new venture with my XYZ company, fill in the blank there. I realize you may not be looking for this service. By the way, this line right here is a perfect like entryway, because we don't want to be really pushy with our friends, but we want to like extend the invitation that we're going to, what we're doing, but we don't want to like push them and make them feel like I'm only reaching out to them because I want them to buy something. This is a great counterintuitive way to help bring their guard down, so that you can, if they want to buy, they can say yes. They can say, "Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I have been looking for that." Or they say, "Yeah, you're right. This isn't for me." And this is the next part, right? "I realize you may not be looking for my SaaS product right now. So I'm wondering if you know anybody in the small business marketing industry who might be right for my service," right? Either way, good to touch base, right? So they're going to give you one of two answers. They're either going to say yes, and then you get the referral and move on, or they're going to say no. And this says, "I'm sure." I'm going to say, "No, I'm okay." Good. I get to edit on the fly of this video. It's great. So you can follow up with no problem. Again, just trying to start out. If you come across anyone, please let me know. If you want to be a little more aggressive than that, which I like to do, but it's all in your tone, right? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I would say, "Hey, I totally get it. I'm looking for people, again, I'm looking for small businesses, with a couple employees or no employees." If you had to guess, like, who would you say would fit the bill? Like, do you know anybody that would fit the bill? And you might get a no again, but you also might get a yes, and you also might get a name. Like, asking more than one time. And by the way, it's easy to ask our friends more than one time. Like, we can be really cool about it. We can be really nonchalant about it, because if they say no, it's not a big deal, right? But it also lets us practice. So this is a really good script, this household update script. Okay, the number one most important thing about any script, but especially this one, is being authentic. Okay, and the goal of the Power Base, this number one thing that we're doing, we're going to reach out to 100 people. 5% of them will move forward in business with you. So, maybe 5 people will say yes if you really gather your list of 100, right? But out of that 100, 30 or 40% are going to give you a referral. So our list of 100 just turned into 140, right? And out of those 30 or 40 people, we're going to use the exact same script. We're going to say, "Hey, John, I got your name from Bill. My name is Dalton. He thought that you might be interested in hearing what I have to say," right? And you'll go into your whole script, right? "Hey, I got your name from so-and-so. He mentioned you might be interested." And then you go into your script, right? "Here's what I do, the reason I'm reaching out." And you can go back to one of those cold call scripts that we mentioned before. The next thing that you're going to do, so this will generate a lot of business right up front for you. You're going to keep yourself really busy with this. The third thing that we're going to do is partnerships and networking. Okay. So the main point with this is we want to find industries, businesses, people in our customers' buying cycle who are most likely to need our services next. Like trigger events, and we're going to get really scrappy with this, okay? But what I mean by trigger events and what I mean by finding industries within the buying cycle, so I'll give you a really good example. When I sold cars, we knew that if someone moved into a new house or moved into a new apartment, that there was like a 40 or 50% chance that they were going to buy a car. Because they're moving for a few reasons, right? Their house is getting bigger, or their family's getting bigger, right? So they might need a bigger car. They're moving for work, so they don't want that gas guzzler anymore, or they're moving closer to work and they want a nicer car. They want to get rid of their economical car. People buy for crazy reasons. One time we had a guy move in to his new house with a 3-car garage. He only had 2, wanted to fill it up, so he bought an extra one. Like, you never know why people are going to buy. So you want to find people, you want to find industries. So what we did was we reached out to apartment complexes and loan originators, and we set up partnerships. So there was a few things that we did there that worked really well, but you want to find people like that. So if you're, in marketing, or you're in a SaaS company, like what would trigger your customer to buy your product, and how would they, like, what would they do to try to solve that problem, right? So if you're in marketing, you might network with people who are recruiting agencies, because if a marketing company reaches out to hire more people, they're probably getting bigger than what they need to, right? And they probably need to redefine their, they probably need to redefine their whole marketing strategy because of how big they're getting, and they might need to switch it up, right? So that's a great example. And just places like this that you wouldn't normally find people, that's super, super important. So that's how we can do it, right? And then the third one, obviously, is cold outreach. So that's cold emailing, cold calling, social selling. If you're B2B, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is amazing, and all of that. So if you guys have any questions, that's the main part of the video. If you notice, I skimmed over this, how to qualify. If you want to see that video next, comment below, and that can be the next one I release. Or if you want to see any of the cold outreach ones, let me know. I've been doing this for a long time, but I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you listening. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do and watching and supporting. If you want to get involved with the group or with my coaching, you can head to empatheticselling.com and get a hold of me there. But otherwise, happy selling, and I'll see you guys later.